Where is it? My balls should be tingling.
Yeah, not. I mean, it's again. I guess.
Grabthar's Hammer.
Way better. 1,000 times better.
I mean, come on.
Oh god, I miss that beer.
Come on.
Yeah, they didn't do that again. I mean, Tool was
That came out of a fucking can.
awesome, but fucking Grabthar's Hammer was fucking amazing.
Thank you. I'm glad I could say that. It would elicit a response from both of you. That means you. I mean, honestly, that means you both really enjoyed that beer. And honest, this is like fucking shit. All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Hoppy Craftsmen podcast. I'm Nate.
I'm Chris.
I'm Eddie because Nate hates when I do non-name intros.
All right. You know who's not here? Jeff's not here. Jeff's not feeling well.
Dude, I was
a little under the weather.
I was a little excited because we were planning this out, and it was gonna be all of us and Edward coming into it as well. So it was like the 3 Hoppy Craftsmen and another 4th Hoppy Craftsman all together at one
Finally,
time.
the 4 horsemen ride together.
Yeah,
To bring down
the apocalypse.
Yeah.
But then it's in Jeff's defense, it's a little rainy out today all day. By a little, I mean about 4 gallons.
It's been raining crazy in
inch.
Arizona. That he's just not feeling well too. So you know,
That's what I
get
mean.
that.
You know, it's hard to stay healthy in this weather. I don't feel that great.
I'd rather him
I'm
stay
wearing a
away
beanie
and
nonstop.
not infect my body with
That's
whatever
true.
he has to.
Don't come near me.
Because if it's coming out of the back end, I don't want any of that.
That's true.
So
I'm so excited right now, though.
I am excited too. So
Why are you guys excited?
Yeah, why? What happened, Chris? What did you do?
it was raining. It's raining all day today.
Yeah, I'm excited
yeah.
about
is
that, too.
is that straight?
Welcome to our new weather report section where you get old weather.
I'll say this: if you guys listen to the last episode for Strong Beer Fest, at the very kind of like end of it, Edward over here turned the podcast into Sports Talk with Cold Brew Podcast guys, and it will be deleted from the whole that you'll never hear it. So you're
Really?
welcome. Yeah, in case you're wondering.
What did they talk about the Coyotes?
Yeah.
I think so. I don't know.
think so.
Well, it's funny.
I
'cause-
literally didn't listen then, and I'm not fucking listening now.
No, like I did. I
Right,
literally,
Chris?
they started talking about sports, and I just turned away and started talking to other people as they were passing by. So
Chris, so you got some beers from a friend. What did you do?
I did. So he was going back to Boston to
Boston.
It was actually
Boston.
Super Bowl
Boston.
weekend. He was going back there to be with his brother's like wedding or something. But he was like,
Fun.
when I'm there, I'm going to fucking all the places I can go. So so he messaged me when he was there. He messaged me 2 pictures of the line when he's at Treehouse, and the day at Treehouse, it was fucking cold,
Snow on the ground.
dude, freezing.
Sent me photos. I was like, you're nuts.
And there was fucking hundreds of people in this line. So, and he was telling me there's
Smells
people like
terrible.
this guy that stand next to him didn't have a hat, just had a light jacket on.
Jesus
I was
Christ.
like, what? And he's like, yeah, I was bundled up like fucking to the nines. So,
Probably from Maine.
yeah. But no, that guy was freezing and shit. So I don't know. Luckily, they said that the line usually goes. It's like a 45-minute kind of wait. That's the issue usually with pouring beers. They stopped pouring any beers whatsoever, so you couldn't get any pours. That being said, he got there. It was kind of like the perfect storm because they had 16 beers that they were releasing in cans of that day. And so Treehouse, you know anything about Treehouse?
He sent me the list. It was nuts.
It was insane. Like he said that
All
luckily,
different kinds of brights.
He had enough time to go through the list and figure out what he wanted.
What do you do with all those?
She's trading them a lot off for some other stuff right now too.
He's trading them?
Yeah, he's trading some of them for some beer stuff and some biologic stuff.
He's to trade me for cash.
Some people DM'd on the Instagram. He didn't think anyone was going to do it when he posted it, and yeah, he got a lot of messages. So no clue what he still has, but luckily enough, he actually got us 3 cans at this point. The first one we're going to be trying is the Julius, right, which is their yellow can. It's their if you don't know who Treehouse is, they're
And in Treehouse's defense, these cans did not stay cold. I guarantee they didn't stay cold from the moment he got them.
Well,
I'm not talking shit about our buddy by any means. I'm just
like
talking about the, it says right here, keep cold, drink fresh.
Well, I would say this.
Can that didn't happen to you. I just want you to know that.
Well, I'll say this. It was probably freezing cold in Maine, so even
Fuck yeah. They're
You
in
know.
Massachusetts, I'm sure.
yeah. Right. Well, going from there to Maine, where he was at, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, I would imagine it was probably pretty cold the whole time there.
Chunkies in there for you, Ed.
I'd got the bottom pour.
Yeah, I get the flavor crystal pour.
You're welcome.
We'll get you the next one.
So yeah, but I mean,
I'm not trying to talk shit. I'm one of those people who remember, like, it means a lot to me how a beer is handled after it comes from the brewer. I don't know, it just does. Just the way it is. When you're into beer, sometimes things like that bother you.
So I'll say this: it's on the bottom of the can. It says it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. And the date is.
Can you sing that, please?
No.
It's inappropriate to just speak those words.
No, because then we'll get sued.
Oh.
God, Spotify will
you'll sing
reject
it.
our
I've been listening
podcast.
to podcasts lately. They
You
got a
sing
lot of
off
music.
key.
Does that mean they're paying a lot of money for that music?
They're just getting with it for now. So,
No, I mean, it's like spit chiclets. There's
so
no way they're
here's the deal.
that.
This was canned on 125. Is what the bottom says.
Oh, that's too old for Nate. Give me that
And
beer.
It is February 21st.
Damn it.
So it's
It's a month old. Almost.
Yeah, almost a month old.
Nate's having a crisis of personality right here.
Oh my god, it can't be.
It's a little old.
It's like it's Treehouse, but it's old. I don't know what to do.
First of all, your definition of old is ridiculous.
Okay, it still tastes good. You know this isn't how it came out of the tap.
Listen, we talked about this like a billion times.
That's
Don't
good, though.
judge a beer on how fresh it should be. And there's lots of fucking beers that when they are fresh don't fucking taste that good, and they actually taste better when they're not
None
as
of
fresh.
them are called hazy IPAs.
Sure they are.
No.
Sure.
No.
Uh,
We are
this guy.
Oh, well, you just keep saying
Judge-
that. I'll keep saying no.
Judge. This can be a really long podcast. Just say yes and no.
We're
the whole time.
excited that we are excited that you're holding Treehouse Brewing Company's flagship American IPA, Julius. Julius is a bright tropical beer filled. I read that weird. It's a bright tropical beer filled with notes of peach, mango, passion fruit,
Passionate
fruit, and a melange of citrus.
Let me tell you what. If
I'm not
anybody,
even done, son.
wow.
It is gentle on the palate while still incredibly hop saturated. It is the result of our uncompromising dedication to fresh, delightful beer. Progressive,
Jesus, that's
not
all on the side of the
progressive,
can?
not progressive.
Are you done? Are you done yet? That's a long.
One more sentence.
How big's that text?
And in the company of those you love.
All right. If anybody knows the show, listen to the show.
excuse
Oh
me,
my god.
I missed
Oh my god.
I missed a sentence.
So
It says, we hope you enjoy it with laughter, good cheer, and in the company of those you love. Well, some of those.
Two out of three. It's your choice.
Just saying, there's no way that beer is the same as it was.
I'm sure it's not.
different beer.
But don't judge the beer about what you think it should have been. Judge it how it tastes now.
Then that's always going to be lower rated.
How? Don't compare it to what it should have been.
What if it was
Compare
worse
what
when it was?
is.
Then it's not as good as any beer. As many beers I've had.
Then that's fine.
That doesn't make any sense.
The beer that he currently is drinking isn't as good as other beers he's had.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to you, Ed. If it makes
But
sense to Chris. It
based
should make
on
sense
its
to
age?
anybody.
No. But
I don't know. It's a little malty. I know it's not. I know there's no way. Like,
well, again, this.
can we look at a photo of fresh pour of Julius? I bet it's way brighter than that.
Please Google search
I bet
fresh
it's
pour
way-
of Julius. Let's just see what comes up for that. That being said, this is, first of all, they said it was an American IPA, right?
Yeah.
So right off the bat, it's not going to be
I bet it's way more brighter than that.
a juicy, hoppy,
Fresh.
citrusy. I mean, it's called Julius, but I don't think it's necessarily going to be a juicy, hazy IPA. I mean, that's kind of what the style it is. It's what it is. It's not necessarily, it's an American IPA, right? So,
Well, I'll stop being negative about it. I think it's still actually very good on the palate. Go ahead, Ed. What do you think of it?
I like it. It's I get that malt, but I think that's supposed
Jesus,
to
I don't
be
know what
there.
happened to that guy's pour.
Like,
That's
I think
someone took a shit in that one.
nope, that looks perfect.
Yeah, it looks exactly like what we're
Did
drinking.
you search fresh pour?
I didn't say fresh. I did.
Would you say fresh plus pour? Because if you didn't, then you're not
Google
going to
does that automatically.
put it in quotes.
But I think you're right. Like the name Julius, just like you automatically think like this super hazy, dank.
like Juice Bomb, and that's
Yeah.
not what this is. This is an American IPA.
Yeah.
And it's a good it's a good variation of it. I mean, that being said, I mean, it is malty. It's not super IPA and danky and hoppy, and I've definitely had other beers better than this. So I'm with you. And again, it could just be that the hype train is real, and people. I mean, I'll put up on our social media or put up on our website. You can see I see the line that he was waiting in But he waited in this line for forever.
It was a retarded line. It was fucking.
Right.
But they didn't wait in this line for Julius.
Well, right. I mean, it's
These
just one of the
people,
options.
not these other people. But that's dumb that they're gonna go there and you can't. They don't have two separate lines for pours and cans.
Oh no, there was. So they
two
actually
separate lines.
So they ended up creating a second line to do pours, kind of like they did at Noble Ale Works when we were there. So when they
I was gonna say
when they
you
normally
gotta
do,
have a separate line.
so when they
for
normally
pours
do
only.
it, they ask for they'll let you get one pour and then get your cans, I guess. And then this time, since the line got so big, they decided not to do that and they created a separate line if you want to
Dude,
get pours
that's
after the
fucking
fact.
dumb. They've been open for like over a year. Figure it out.
Right. Well, I mean, I think at
Holy
this point,
fuck, dude! How old do you think that one was?
Ooh,
that's
that one's red.
Dude,
well, I
that
think
is-
the filter because that red in the can is super. It's like reddish instead of being like
that's
orange.
Right. I'm looking at photos of pours of Julius right now to compare the hue. I will say it is ours. It's pretty much spot on for most of these pours, and and it may be just the way it is. You know what? And honestly, and if this is just the beer that
It's a melange of citrus. Yeah.
Also, I mean, the chunkings in Ed's glass tell you that this was a different beer when it went into the can.
You don't know that. You don't know how
That
fast
all
it
that
settles.
fell out of that. All that fell out of that. And the next cans, I'm gonna be shaking the next ones.
don't fucking shake the
I'm gonna
can.
roll them.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna roll them.
I mean, it's Ed's. Well, I got the mixer here. Don't fucking shake it over the
I'm
mixer.
gonna roll
Yeah.
them around. Okay, I'm gonna let
That's-
love
that's
them.
cool.
Step in the hallway and roll them down the hallway.
I mean, that's a good.
Listen.
Honestly, it is good. It is good.
It's gravity. It's fine. That happens. But yeah, I mean, again,
But
I think
the
what
carbonation in this
we're
one's
talking about-
not fucked up. This one's spot on.
I think it's just the Julius. The Julius kind of like you automatically got to go to this. Oh, it's got to be this fucking juice bomb.
And I'm gonna, you know what? As I take more
not.
sips of it, it's getting better.
So, and that was something that he
I'm
did tell
enjoying
me.
it more.
He did tell me when he gave them to me was that let them warm up a little bit because they actually get a little better when they warm up.
Honestly,
So-
I'm enjoying that more now.
Maybe for the next one, we should probably let it sit for a little bit before we just get right into
That's
it.
it. We'll have some in-depth discussion and debate and let that one warm
We're
up.
having discussion. We're
God.
having in-depth debate now.
Debate. So, why Nate is doing his voodoo that he's doing, we
you
can
do
talk
that.
about
the voodoo that you do.
we can kind of get in some maybe some local news, some stuff, right?
Let's get local.
That's I really just record that and then I'll just dub it next time.
Don't worry, I'll do that anytime you need me to do it.
Oh, it's so good. So, was it Superstition Meadery posted? I think it was on their Instagram. They posted this story. I'm just gonna say yes.
Let's just move on from
let's go,
that
yes.
minor detail.
I
from
don't
the
remember
story.
where I saw it. I don't
Let's
think it
get
was
hung up on
Superstition,
that detail in the story.
We
Yes,
always do. Don't worry. That's what
the
we do.
important part.
Wait, where was it posted? Don't bother moving on. Where
No.
was it posted?
Instagram. It was on Instagram.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they posted basically, and this guy actually is evidently
45-degree angle pointed down. This is a patented canning recirculation method.
Is that counterclockwise or clockwise?
Any way wise.
Well, it's patented, so you have to specify.
Yeah, you have to specify.
Point it down at 45. You know, that way the can's kind of like it's getting all this stuff off the sediment off the
Yeah.
bottom. I'm sorry for interrupting you.
No, I like it. Wish we had videos so show people your.
Yeah,
That's
should I
true.
go? Should
We'll
I
make
want to
one
do
for them.
live? Just Nate spinning cans.
Yeah. That'll be our next live Google Hangout if
Yeah.
anybody wants to do it.
Yeah.
We'll just watch Nate spin cans. Not plates, just cans.
Cans. All right. Ooh, you
him some turn.
finish your beer, Chris did.
I already did
You
that.
have more beer than both of us.
So Superstition Meadery posted this on an Instagram account. Basically, they it's a link to a guy that does data algorithms, I guess, right? So
yeah, super nerd.
yeah, right. We think
What a
we're
nerd.
nerds, but so this guy took Rate Beer's top 100 list. And he's done this last couple of years in a row, I think, is when I read this. Puts it through an algorithm. They're kind of the physical location of them is kind of similar. So he actually created the optimized brewery road trip. So you can actually visit on this list 71 breweries over 197
Damn.
driving hours, 11,984 miles. It's totally worth it. And so like it's funny because
Skip Wicked Weed.
yeah, right. So you look on here, like you can start really anywhere. He has a list. That you can start from.
Superstition's the only one that made his
In
map in Arizona.
No,
That's
this
fucking
is
stupid.
we've already had this discussion.
based
This is
off
based
the-
off the Rate Beer Top 100 that
Top
we
100.
argued about already.
Right.
Sorry, the way he just told me to like.
Oh, are
Shut
you
me down
taking
there.
it back?
Oh no.
fucker.
Anyways, so yes,
Trying to rein you in, Nate. You're ready to pop
is
off.
Burley Oak on there?
was that on the top
That's a
100
good.
list?
I don't know. That's a question. I wasn't here for that part of the conversation. I think that's a good starting base though. But I think the top 100 is fucked up.
Yes, we
No, they're
all
not
agreed
there.
on that.
Yeah, I'd agree with that too.
And the
Ed,
fact that
was. Can you not burp into the mic? I know you're a new Hoppy Craftsman, but don't burp into the mic.
Yeah, that was-
God,
that
that
was
was
not me.
rude.
Correct. So I will say this. You're right. There's probably some places I know you probably should hit, but this wasn't about that. This was actually about being the most optimized driving beer road trip ever possible, right? So for the top 100 at least. Because it's like you can hit all these places in this amount of time and hit the most number of top 100 breweries.
Well, at least once you get close to Wicked Weed, you're going to be able to go to the Answer. You're going to be able to go to Burley Oak.
No, you can't. You have to have time. You can't have time.
And
You
if
have to
those
have
two
time.
aren't in the top 100, it's not a correct top 100.
Well, we agree with that. So once you nerd it up and create your own algorithm and put it in this fucking thing, and then we can figure that out.
I'm
but
just going to use that one.
All right,
I'm just gonna
Nate.
alter that one.
next,
Same.
next
Fuck that. I'm just gonna
episode, you
use this
better have
guy's
a
work.
top 100.
I'm just going to use this guy's work. Just gonna,
it's fine. Just gonna send it to him. And be like, we don't agree with your top 100.
you're like, I'm going to say, hey, edit this. Take out Wicked Weed. Put in the Answer in Burley Oak. You dumb fucking.
and then he'll be
idiot.
like, it's not even my list. I don't know why you're yelling at me for.
I'll be like,
Why are you
find
yelling
the
at me,
guy
sir?
who made it. Click.
It's like he gets that phone call 5 times a day. I'm sure it's fine. But that being said, it's a really kind of a cool way to see all
It
these
is
different
neat.
breweries in a row and see that you can get to them in
God, what's that dip? What caused that U shape? What caused that U shape?
Prairie
Okay.
Artist Nails,
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I guess that's worth it.
Christmas Bomb.
Nothing else in Texas made was. I
Jester
know this.
King. That's about it. That's the point.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's one. Again, there's
Did it-
probably tons of like we
How
talked
far
about before.
I know, but how far northeast did they make it?
Oh, like Helm
okay, they
Farmstead,
got it to Maine.
Maine Beer, Allagash, Trillium,
Of course, Maine beer.
Treehouse.
See, if Maine beer and Allagash are in the top 100, that's crazy. That's hype.
Yeah, they're right next to each other. I'm sure it is. It's
They're,
great beer.
they're like literally right next to each
So
other.
I have the list
sure you
up
hit one with
now
a rock.
for the top 100.
Oh, no, not anymore.
Prairie
Sorry.
Artisan was number 82. We went over some of these, but obviously Hill Farmstead was number 1.
Give me your glass,
Trillium was number 3.
please.
Treehouse was number 5. What other ones did you mention? Allagash?
yeah.
Allagash was 32.
Crazy.
Superstition was 35. We talked about that.
Excellent. I mean,
Why are we going through the top 100?
yeah, I mean, we
No, because you were talking about, you were just bitching about the top 100.
No, I'm just saying it's wrong. I didn't ask you to start reading it to me.
Yeah,
Ed's gonna put his fist through a wall.
all I want to say is
Put it through your wall.
I like the way that this came out. I'm
Yes,
not a
the-
huge
the-
nerd data. It looks really cool. It'd be kind of a listen to me. If I had money and we
My
fucking went on a
job-
road trip, we'd go on this fucking road trip, and then we can go on a second road trip that would be just
No, we
our
just
100.
go on an altered version.
Oh,
You
right.
know how many U-turns
You'd
we'd
be
have
like,
to make
hey,
if
we're
we
on the
went off
Wicked.
Nate's?
You'd be like,
It'd just be-
first of all, I think everybody who listens to the show knows that sometimes I just take whatever you're telling me and I kind of take it and make it however I want to make it.
No, you just make it combative.
Sure. So Wicked Weed, we'd get to the Wicked Weed trip. You'd be like, hey, we're to Wicked Weed. I'd be like, sweet. Well, the answer's only 30 minutes from here, and we're not going to fucking make it all the way here and not go there.
But what if it's not on an interstate that we can get there, and we need to make this in a certain time?
If we've
It
got
says
the money.
It says optimized, I guess.
Yeah, what if we're
So-
doing
Yeah, but if we,
Cannonball
we're
Run?
not gonna, we can lose a day. Does it say how long that takes?
Yeah, 197 driving hours.
And how many miles?
I'll say this: if
many miles?
if we want to change this to the,
11,900 since he's not going to say
I
it.
already said it earlier in the fucking thing.
Well, maybe somebody missed it and they're like, God, thank God Nate said it again.
So maybe we change it to the non-optimized brewery road trip. Then
No,
yes,
we
that'd be
call
all right.
it the mostly optimized.
It's partially optimized.
No, we call it optimized to Nate's version of the 100 because we dropped Wicked Weed and we added the answer, which I'm pretty sure that Wicked Weed and the answer in Burley Oak, they're within a stone's throw.
That's probably true. Not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying
Could
it's
be wrong about how close they are. Someone's probably listening to this and be like, you dumb idiot. They're not even fucking close to each other.
They're like 4 hours apart. They're not even in the same interstate.
I expect a top 100 from you soon, Nate.
I'm not going to get... Oh, sure, it's just going to be the Rate Beer 100 with a few dropped out and a couple other ones dropped in. Number 1 brewery of all time, Cellar Maker.
They're on this list.
Cellar Maker's on there?
Yeah.
Good, dude. They're fucking amazing. Have you seen their new pizza joint?
I haven't seen
Oh, they do Detroit style. It looks nutso good.
it. Nice.
It looks nutso good.
Well, let's go.
Don't tempt me. Don't fucking tempt me.
Shit. We need to get to Raleigh first, I think. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Before
that's the only road trip
Before
we
we
need to worry
drive the
about.
13 hours.
We're talking about a 100 brewery road trip. We can't even make it to fucking one.
We're
outside
not going
the
to
state.
go on the 100.
No, we said if we made $1 million, that this isn't.
But I'm telling you right now, if you want to go to a nice small brewery and drink some juicy, delicious beers or some amazing stouts, Cellar Maker all day long.
Number 49.
wow.
All
Not
day
some,
long.
at least the rate beer list gets something right because they are fucking great. And if you're in the top 100, you're just somebody's number one. I mean, if you're this kind of whatever,
Right.
it's like a bin. You know, it's like 100 breweries. Doesn't matter if you're 100 or number one. A bunch of people love you.
Very true.
Okay, new beer.
Very, very fucking true.
By the way, did you see the back of this? And that I'm not. Look at that.
Yeah, that's a lot of.
Treehouse. They're like, hey, we make great beers. We're gonna put 4,500 words on the back of our cans.
So moving on to number 2.
People say we make great beer.
Well,
Yeah, this one's called Green, and I think based off the color and
they make the 5th best beer.
Yeah. According to top
According to rate beer.
rate beer, top 100.
this one was well shook, Ed.
Okay. Obviously not
Well
because it didn't
rolled.
spray all over.
Damn.
Smells good.
So as
Smells good.
Nate's pouring that one, now you can
This is the company's Galaxy hop-filled American IPA. Green. Green is a massively juicy beer filled with.
Please don't read the whole thing again.
I won't.
no. Damn it. People that have heard Nate read back of cans before, it's quite entertaining.
People have
That's great.
mentioned it.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 people in this
Oh.
room.
The 2 people in this room.
Yeah, well,
we,
fuck
we,
you guys.
I just said it too.
we really enjoy it.
Who cares what you think?
Oh my goodness! So the next thing on this kind of list is Wren House actually won a gold medal at the Best Craft Beer Awards. In
No
Bend,
chunkies
Oregon.
in this last pour, bro. Chunkyless pour.
He's still giving the last pour though.
Sorry for interrupting you. Would they win it? Would they win? Would my boys win the Wren House award?
Gold medal at the Best Craft Beer Awards in Bend, Oregon, for their Big Spill
Spill
Pils.
Pils.
Yeah,
Wow.
not for one of their juicy hazy IPs that we all love. They won it for the Pils.
And I
Nice, man.
guarantee they're 10 times more proud of winning it for their Pilsner.
I'm sure.
That's
Oh, absolutely.
That's a good beer. That's a cool beer to win an award on because that means you get it.
It's true. It's a true
Means
story.
your talent.
Very, very true. So congratulations to them. It's cool to see a local brewery. Is that mine? Oh, guys, mine. Shove it in my
Especially
face.
if it's in a snooty place like Bend, Oregon.
Right? That's some,
How is that snooty? Is it snooty in Bend?
A little bit. They're like they're kind of craft beer snooty.
You been? You
yes.
been there?
Yeah, I have.
I have not.
I've done the Bend Brew Trail or the Bend Ale Trail.
Was it optimized?
No. There's no map. Maybe we could get this guy to
No
make an
douchebag
algorithm.
took a wrong list, and I'm just kidding.
Not wrong list.
Just kidding. Guy who made that last match.
Jesus.
I like to get real aggressive.
All right, so we have the green in hand. I'll just have one of them. What are you guys looking? So it seems. I mean,
Got the green in between. Ooh, Ed, look
looks
at
a
that.
little
I
lighter.
still got a ton of chunkies. Look at that.
Dude, chunkies make it good.
You said you weren't going to give me chunkies this
Yeah, I
time.
thought I didn't see any chunkies.
Well,
You're
it's-
right.
it's
There's
kinda
a fuck
cloudy.
ton-
I'm
There's
holding
a
it-
fuck ton of chunkies.
Holding it up to the computer screen to see the chunkies, but
Okay.
it's a little hoppier than the Julius.
I'm just like, for the lines this place is bringing in. Where is it? My balls should be tingling.
yeah, not. I mean, it's again. I guess.
Grabthar's hammer.
Way better.
Better.
1,000 times better.
I mean, come on.
Oh, God, I miss that beer.
Come
Right?
on.
Yeah, they didn't do that again. I mean, Two Live was
That came
Two
out of a
Live,
fucking can.
awesome, but fucking Grabthar's Hammer was fucking amazing.
Thank you. I'm glad I could say that. It would elicit a response from both of you. That means you. I mean, honestly, that means you both really enjoyed that beer. And this is like fucking shit compared to that. And that was all Galaxy. American
Really,
IPA.
the Galaxy in this? Man, it's not.
That's what this is. That's why they call it green.
It's not. It's malty. It's towards the maltier side for sure. At least for me, it is. Or these cans are. At least. I mean, we want to go with Nate's theory is that they're just old. They're a month old. So, what does this one
They
say on the
could be
bottom?
wrong.
What does it say on the bottom of this one? Respect the rhombus. 130.
They could be. They're a little maltier than maybe they ought to be, or maybe they're spot on, and this is what people like.
In the
That's weird. But like,
Right.
okay, remember the first time you had a heady topper, a fresh heady topper?
yeah.
You're like, holy fuck, this is good, and I get it.
Oh yeah.
You're like, I understand this.
Well, the malt was very on the backseat, and it was just very hop forward. Where this isn't.
It
seen
was
that
like
way.
a hoppy Budweiser, dude. I don't know. It's like I mean, I know it's delicious, but it's just amazing. I mean, not to say that it's cheap or bad or in any way compare it, but it's a really crushable American IPA, a heady topper. And I'm just talking more or less about the hype behind it. You're like, dude, American heady topper is supposed to be like the shit. But let's get some heady topper. Oh, my buddy got some. Remember when I finally got some from my uncle one time?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I brought back a bunch
Right.
of fresh. that shit was really, really good.
Yeah, they're awesome.
That totally was like, damn, I get the hype.
I get it now. I get the whole fucking.
I understand now.
Seen it for so long, and
I'm not feeling that so far.
So you're saying
I'm like, how did that line get this long?
Trade bait.
No, it got that long because of the other ones that Jake was talking about. I mean, they had all these bright variations. But can you honestly, is it even possible to brew the same kind of beer on a system that big? That seems so weird to me.
There was, God, I wish I saw it. Somebody posted an article where a guy brewed the same beer on like
a $100 brew setup and like a $100,000 brew setup or something like that.
And they said it was really similar. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's just, I guess it all kind of depends. Who knows? But
it depends on how you scale up, because there are issues with. You can't go 1-for-1 scaling up. It's just impossible.
This is good. I just don't understand the size of it.
I'm with you.
Of Treehouse.
What do you think?
How is
hype?
that possible?
Is it the hype that's kind of
maybe they just
here?
really leaned into it? Maybe they're just like, people really love our shit, and if they're gonna keep piling out here, we're gonna make breweries big enough to feed them.
Yeah, you might. I mean, it's probably a good call.
Is there anybody in the hazy game that's prepared to do what Stone's done? You know what I mean? That's Treehouse for you.
Right.
Treehouse. Could you imagine Treehouse getting this stuff fresh, cold, never warm, direct from the brewery?
That'd be insane.
Trying to make facilities big enough sometimes, it seems like, to do this.
I mean,
But
right?
I mean, and that would be cool. But man, hey Arizona, don't be concerned about everything. The grass is not always greener.
Right.
Yeah, it makes you rethink kind of what you see this trading for.
Should make you.
Well,
You're always hating on what Arizona has for you. Look at this, Edward. Look.
No, I'm not.
This is just. You can get this. You can get this at our corner
just Wilderness.
stop.
Wilderness is the only one I shit on.
I could go to the Wandering Tortoise and walk out with cans of beer that would be like, that I would have to put these next to somebody, and I'd be like, that was from fucking Treehouse, and they'd be like, that was good, but this was just as good, if not better.
Yeah.
Like I said, think of Grabthar's Hammer. That beer was amazing. That beer was hop juice.
Hell, what's the other one? What's the
hop juice too?
Sitting in a tin can?
Yeah, that was good.
Yes.
I mean, shit. All the fucking we didn't have it. The fucking the Tombstone IPAs.
All the hops.
Yeah, all the hop. Well, I mean, even just friggin' Little Baby Wyatt and friggin'
Hop chowder.
Hopper.
Give a shout out to Goldwater while they're there.
We had the double dry hopped.
How was it?
At Strong Beer.
Very good.
It was amazing.
So let's give a shout out to our boys at Goldwater there. Honestly.
I could easily name 5 beers better than this.
Honestly,
this week.
They should be proud of themselves, because I definitely think they're making a beer just as good as Treehouse's Green over in Scottsdale.
Yeah.
Now,
Great.
let's think about other juicies in the valley. Let's do a juicy in the valley top 5 list real quick. Who's making an all-the-time juicy? Let's talk about this. The Dirty Hop Water series as a whole.
Okay, as a whole.
Very good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Yep.
Typically very good. Some like, but mostly like, some like whoa.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
So we'll go with that. I mean, that right there.
Whole point of the series, kind of up and down.
There's no way there's guarantee I've had some DHWs that were just like way better than this, if not just as. And like I said, this is a good beer. This is complaining to complain. This is complaining to create a podcast. But still, I'm just like,
the good boy, bad boy Wally, fucking those,
yeah,
all
the Wallies.
Yeah,
and those are, I mean, guess again, doubles and triples and everything else. But I mean, this is a double, right? This green's a double.
Single.
Is it a single too?
It's a single.
Oh, okay. Well, no.
But look at the single hop from Tombstone.
Yeah.
Was it single hop Citra? Is that what that one's called?
Oh, Tool Avenue. Another
Borderlands.
Borderlands.
That's what I was saying. You said it grabbed Hammer there. I was like, dude, even there's fucking Tool Ave they make all the time. Like that's like a flagship for them at this point almost, I feel like. So that thing's amazing.
Yep. I mean,
that's better than this. For sure. So.
It's one of those things. If it's not better, it's just as good, right? It's like one of those things. It's like Tool Ave. I just think that's funny. You know what I mean? People. They granted, our buddy had family to go see and things to do, and he's like, "Why wouldn't I go check out this spectacle at Treehouse if you have time?" I fucking go.
Hell yeah,
all day.
I mean,
I'd go stand in line with my buddies and be like, "Let's go check this shit out."
Fuck yeah, dude. I mean, the thing is if we were there, we're doing stuff. Of course, we're not going to not go get in line.
We're not going to not go.
Yeah, but
I'm not going to not go.
At this point, at least I'm a little more educated, and I'm not going to get those 2 beers if you give me that giant list of
I'm
fucking beers.
not going to go to that place until you can pull in the parking lot and walk inside. Because I'm sorry, but that's just me as a person. But that's also
not until we do the mostly optimized beer tour, and then we'll go.
We brew beer, as Hoppy Craftsmen. We brew beer, dude. Come on, it's like it's hard to be like, man, they just must make the best beer on earth. Like, we've drank enough beer now. We've had it all, boys. Heads up, we've had all. We've had. Don't get me wrong, we've had it all. We have made. There's still people out there to make flavor combos that are gonna blow our fucking minds. But I think we've had great beer. We've had bad beer.
Yeah,
easily. You know what I mean? Think about what was that beer we went to California for? What of our
the 48K.
48K.
Dude, it's still one of my gold standards. I mean, no pun intended.
Great beer.
It's a gold standard of.
Good, great beer. Really great beer.
Yeah, it was awesome. And it's funny because you mentioned that we're going to do that, and I didn't know what kind of beer it was, and I'm like, I'm in. Let's go.
Yeah,
just want to do it.
I got time.
And that line was shorter than fucking Treehouse was.
Holy fuck! But that was a big line. But they moved it.
Yeah. Oh, it was.
They moved it.
They would not let you stand
job.
around. It was awesome.
So anyway,
I would put anything that Pueblo Vita does against these.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about Pueblo Vita.
Wow. Yeah. How'd that even happen?
So let's think about logistics. Logistics is a better beer than anything we've had tonight. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Let's think about what was that one?
So far, we still have 2 more beers.
Oh, what was that collab they did with Wren? The Friends? Just Friends?
Just Friends.
Oh, that beer was so good. That beer was nuts good. Definitely better than anything I've had tonight. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. I mean, all I'm saying is anybody in Arizona, they don't need to go traveling just to Massachusetts, just to Treehouse, just to check this out.
Well, that Wren collab, what was it? New Tricks?
Oh, yeah, the new one.
Pizza Port?
Oh, yeah.
Where they did the
New
Old
Tricks
Dog New Tricks?
Yeah, that was the strawberry one?
That was the...
Yeah, but what are you talking
Old
about?
Dog. No, I'm saying they did 2.
Okay.
Yeah, one was called Old Dog, the other one was called New Tricks.
What kind of beer was it, Ed?
There was beer.
What kind of beer was it?
I forget.
Jesus Christ. All right. So, no problem.
It's just saying that he likes that beer more than he likes
no
this
problem.
beer.
Sorry, I got a little too specific on you. Beer podcast. But
how do you like this beer? It's good.
What's it called? I don't know. Fuck you. Okay, never mind.
It's great.
Fuck me. Sorry.
This is a good one.
All right.
Well, so on that note, I think we're all in agreement. Not huge, and again, not an awful beer, not bad by any means. Just not necessarily the best beer that we've ever had in style.
It's good.
Again, I don't think it's just not living up to the hype.
It's really good beer.
So
it's just but the people will be like, why? What's the hype? And I'm sure the brewer would be like, fuck you, dude. We just got big. But the thing is, it's like I see these people standing in this line. And I'm like, that better be the tip of my penis better tingle.
Damn. All right. Well, with that being said, let's take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll drink these other 2 beers. We'll actually get the rest of the news and maybe a little bit of some opinion stuff.
Good. Straight up.
We're back. Welcome back, everybody. Nate's still bitching about beer, and we're drinking something new. What do we got now, Nate?
Not true. Drinking a Haze double IPA from Treehouse Brewing Company, the land of hype. Oh.
Is it on the side of the can?
Just say that.
That'd be awesome if it said that, the land of hype.
It says enjoy our hazy hype.
Nate's getting his headphones back on. So, Ed...
we never put that poll up of we should let Nate have headphones anymore.
It's true. He didn't hear us say that. So.
No.
Oh, that feels good. I need headphones because I didn't have headphones at Irene's, and that was fucking rough.
That was our best episode.
I was just staring at people intently to catch a little bit of their words and a little bit of their mouth. I'm like, I can put this together.
You're like, no, I can't.
I can't.
Weird. Oddly enough. But yeah, we should put the poll up. People could have voted on if Nate should have got headphones.
Don't you want me to? Well, I mean, I was deaf that night too from sickness, so I'll be fine once I'm good. I'll be here without headphones or not.
He was so deaf.
So deaf.
With the sickness.
Deaf. The brat.
For sure.
Yeah. Late 90s reference.
Wow, there you go. Dated ourselves. So Ed actually had some local news that he wanted to talk about.
I contributed to the show, Nate.
Yay! This one's free.
Aw, you dickhead.
There didn't much Chunkies come out, I don't think.
That's what you said last time.
I know, and I was wrong.
I was wrong. So wrong. Ed, what did you contribute to the podcast?
Is this no pun intended, but this is like hazing the new guy that he just gives me bottom pours on all the beers?
I have given you the bottom pours. If I have, not that would be polite to do, but if I have, that would be why I did it. We're old and you're new, and so you get the old pours. You get the last bits.
It also could be because you're third in line. So.
Yeah.
It is. It's basically because you're the third line.
We're at my house. I set up. I did all the legwork today, and I get the shitty beers. Thanks,
Chris
Nate.
hands me his glass. I always put Chris's glass next to my glass because me and Chris are much better friends than me and you. And then
That's it. I'm ordering.
Just kidding.
I'm ordering.
Honestly, you're
taster
moving
glasses.
up all the time, Ed. You are quality Hoppy Craftsmen. I just want you to know we are so glad to have you part of this show.
I appreciate it. That's the
I
nicest thing
genuinely
you've ever
mean
said.
that.
We need to order some glasses
And
with
because
some
you've seen it
tasting
around.
lines.
There you
Seen as your way better half.
Yeah, absolutely.
Way
I agree.
better half.
I agree too.
Hey, she pays for this studio.
She's sitting next to a fire out there as we speak with a bowl of popcorn and a glass of wine.
Yep, that's what she's doing.
Living it up, either talking to herself or on the phone. Or to another person in the
she's
room.
texting me actually that she's mad she had to stoke her own fire, so that kind of tells you how things go around here.
Motherfucker.
Jesus.
Son of a bitch.
Jesus.
So if you hear like a hard cut, it's because I had to go
Stoker fire.
stoke her fire and fill the wine.
That is, I mean, there's so many ways to
If she
take
keeps
that.
you around to do things like that, you are lucky.
Hey, I don't complain.
Good.
All right, Ed, what'd you contribute? What article? What
Move it.
local news?
I've mentioned it before, and that was kind of my prediction for 2019 of the invasion of Arizona because of our lack of beer for the population. So I have two articles here saying, and I brought these up to see if either of you actually care about these breweries, but
all right.
Latitude 33 Brewing Company expands distribution to Arizona. Are you familiar with Latitude 33?
I am
Yes.
not. You are? Nate is? Let me lose his hands. Sort of look familiar, but no.
Heard
not
the
really.
name, not excited in the least.
Latitude 33 is coming to Arizona. One of San Diego's top-selling brands is planning on making a huge impact in the Arizona market using the disruptive craft-only beer distribution ship,
Okay.
the Beer Connect.
Ah, there you go.
So this is coming through Beer Connect.
I don't know.
I'm not familiar with them.
No.
I've heard the name.
So you're better than both of us.
I've heard the name. I just don't. I'm not like, oh man, woo, woo.
Well, it does say that there are one of San Diego's top selling brands, which I don't know how. I guess we're not San Diego, so maybe we'll ask the guys from there. But
Hang on a second.
Founded in 2012.
Well,
they're still around. That's important.
Hey, they survived San Diego
right.
for 5 years.
I guess I just honestly, I'm such an elitist now. I'm only interested in drinking local. I can't remember. Okay.
Does that speak
back.
to your elitism or the quality of the beer that's being produced locally?
I guess both, but
Yes.
it's also to my elitism and how I do it.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Nate's an asshole, and he doesn't want to leave his house.
I don't buy. I drink local and I drink fresh. I'm such a fucking bitch for that. For those two words, local and fresh. But I will say, I do have cans of bacon and eggs.
Oh, so do I. I have a 4-pack in this.
Dude,
Love that beer.
beer's fucking great.
Well, again,
That does not extend to stouts. Just give me whatever stout.
there you go. And that's what I was going to say.
Whatever stouts from wherever local, from wherever, I'll drink that.
Yeah, well, stouts you can age and they actually kind of get better
Yeah,
sometimes. And
exactly.
They sit a little bit, so I'm cool with that.
I'm not scared once a stout hits a can or a bottle. I'm like, ooh, okay, count me in. When it comes to these IPAs and other stuff like that, which is 99.9% of the stuff I drink, it's got to be local, man. It's got to be just like, and it can't be just like local brewed 2 months ago. Get the fuck out of here. No interest.
Yeah, no, well,
Elitist.
I mean, 2 months is a little much.
Read
but
that.
9 months.
Speaking of how old this can, how old's this haze, and read the can.
Read the
And
can.
No, don't read the whole can.
give us a gist of the can, Ed.
I can't even read it. It's all...
God damn
Garbled.
it, Ed.
Yeah.
Oh.
2/1/19 is the canning date. So this is the freshest one we've had.
Fresher.
Yep.
See if I can read what the bottom says. It's kind of smeared.
He can't. Don't worry. He's got bad eyes too. Guy's got old man eyes.
Couldn't read that.
These
if my
people.
life depended on it.
God.
Something like "Don't Gronk ya" and the Tommy Bill or something
Give
shit
me
like
that.
that. It's a
Jesus.
Patriots reference.
Oh, God.
No.
I swear to God.
I keep if is.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
It is.
You want a light?
Yeah. Then, yep, that's exactly what it says. Here. What does it mean?
I don't know. You're the one.
What does it all
you're,
mean?
You're the masshole. You tell us.
So,
So the other part of that, Second Chance Beer Company is the other one.
If the Jules don't gronk you, then the Tommy Bill.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm keeping that.
Good for you.
sure.
Won a Super Bowl.
Cool.
Pats won the Super Bowl.
Have you? So are either you familiar with Second Chance Beer Company?
I have heard of them. I have not had any of their beers.
Negative. Never heard of them.
Me neither.
You did? Were you supposed to read the gist of this can?
So,
That? No, I'm not reading that.
Okay,
You want me to? Here, let me see it.
well, that's fine. I was telling Ed that he should read the Treehouse Brewing Company can, but that's fine.
Let me see. Throw it over here.
There's it's gonna get wet.
I'll say it. I've heard Second Chance. They talked about on the Indie Beer Talk, previously known as whatever that show was. They talked about them before. That's about the most of I heard of them. They really enjoy them a lot. So
This one kind of
second.
worries me because it's their expansion is going into Los Angeles, Orange, and Riverside counties, and Arizona. Do you think that's kind of like we need sales, push this beer,
I mean,
or
it
are they
seems-
truly
Well,
expanding?
I think it seems that we've got good sales so far, and we'll see what we have elsewhere.
Well,
If they're expanding, that means they've been testing.
it just also seems that that's very, what do you call it? It's very aggressive for that many different markets all at once. You know what I'm saying? Like LA and Orange County and Riverside. I mean, this seems like a pretty big markets in general, and then also to come to a whole other state, that seems pretty.
Does it change your opinion if I tell you this brewery opened in 2015?
No, I mean that
Nope.
seems pretty.
I mean, as far as
built to
expansion,
sell.
Seems really aggressive.
yeah.
Built to sell.
So
What?
Built to sell.
Mind the gap,
Built to sell.
gleam the cube.
I'm gonna clean everybody's cube.
Big beer, bro.
Oh, so yeah, that's a good point. They were built to
Broing.
sell, like
They just want
As
to
you
grow
said.
and grow and grow as fast as possible. Make a nice little logo.
sell as quick as possible.
I want Anheuser-Busch to be like, damn, that's a nice logo. I want to be able to slap that on my Anheuser-Busch logo.
I mean, I
You
don't
want
know.
to you want to slap that on your bush?
You want to look at that logo and say that again?
If I was Anheuser-Busch, I might like that.
I don't know.
They've looked at a bunch of shitty logos and thought to themselves, wow, what a great logo.
It's true.
What do you guys think of this beer? We kind of skipped over this one.
Well, no,
Are we still waiting for me to read the can?
Do it.
Okay, I'm going to read the can.
Do it.
Government warning. According to the Surgeon General,
You fucking moron.
I knew you'd like that one, Nate.
Ed, stop burping in the...
We are excited that you are holding Treehouse Brewing Company's hop-saturated double IPA, Haze. Haze is soft and dangerously drinkable beer with flavors and aromas of orange juice, fresh peach, and papaya, offset by a gentle bitterness. It is intensely flavorful, yet well-balanced. Haze is the result of our uncompromising dedication to fresh, progressive, and delightful beer. We hope you enjoy it with laughter, good cheer, and in the company of those you love.
Well, I don't love either
Boom.
of you. I love you.
Damn. He'd,
Why do you think I put him farthest away from me?
it's probably a good call. It's also because you look
Love
into each
you
other's
too,
eyeballs.
Ed.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think, it is drinkable. What's the percentage under that, Ed?
8.2%.
Whew. No, those are lower. Green and Julius were lower.
The green, yeah, the green is 7.5. Another 0.7. It's a double.
That sounds all right.
This one's Julius was 6.8.
Yeah.
You know, sucked through that glass.
Yeah. Well,
I feel buzzed.
tasty. I like beer. I'll say this: of the three,
Driving me home after this.
I like this one.
Yeah, this has been the best one I've had so
I'll
far.
take you home.
Take me home.
I mean, to my house. I'm not taking it to your house. I'm gonna take you to my house.
We go to what? Can we please go to Jack in the Box?
Yeah. Why not?
I was going to say Chris prefers Taco Bell, but I think that's a pre-show ritual.
That is pre-show.
Dude, I love Taco Bell.
Some beanie burritos.
You want to hear a quote about Second Chance from an Arizona
Yes.
resident?
Do I respect this resident?
We'll see with this quote. So this is from the little blurb. An Arizona resident emailed the brewery last week And I quote, "Do you have any patrons in the Phoenix area serving up the best brew I've ever had?" When Second Chance responded about the February launch date, the Arizona local exclaimed, "Yes, let the furlough celebration begin." What do you think of this Arizona resident?
Sounds like a douche.
Sounds like somebody who's really bored.
This
and works for
double
the
is really
government.
tight. I really like the carbonation on it. It is good. It is like whatever. I mean, these are great beers. There's no doubt in my mind why Treehouse exists, but how is it so big? I don't understand it. I think they just must be leaning into it. I think they must just lean into it. They're just like, people really have a liking for this hazy IPA. They'll pay us to make a metric fuck ton of it. Why don't we do that?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because it's not like they're just like, it's so good. It's just like, we got to keep making it. We got to get this to more people. They're just like, no, this is good beer. It's as good as any other beer. It's as good as any other great hazy that you can get at Monkish or, Pure or Wren or Arizona Wilderness. I know those are different. I know those are weird names to put all together. But
Yeah.
we from our previous discussion of the Dirty Hop Water series, things like that. It's just weird that they're just like have this huge multi-million-dollar facility in that daily on a Tuesday. I mean, when did Jake do this? Like, I mean,
it was like Thursday or something like that.
on
Thursday
a
or Friday.
Tuesday on a 10 a.m. you can get a line going that long. It's just fucking ridiculous to me.
Well, yeah, we said it before. Like, if Pueblo Vita was one in the valley, they'd have fucking bigger lines. They would never have fucking cases of cans sitting around. And two, if they were anywhere like fucking they are at fucking tree houses, they would fucking be insanely big.
I think if Pueblo Vita ever wanted to lean into it,
Yeah, 100% true.
you know what I mean? I think
Right.
if they wanted to be like, although they may have, I think they might have been could be on the tail end of the ship. You know, I think Treehouse has got what? How many years on them? How old's Treehouse, Ed?
You gotta
Since you're saying
Google that shit up. But I'll say this. Hey, that being said, I think
I
there's.
think you have to have the desire to grow that large.
Here's the deal. I think that people that do a really good job with social media and lean into social media and embrace the hype and then stick with it, I think those are the people that are expanding and growing exponentially, right? They're the people that are like these guys. There's tons of hype around Treehouse all over the internet. People fucking post cans, people post pictures, people fucking post hauls.
You can buy fresh
It's
cans
insane.
on eBay all the time.
Oh, all the time. And so it's one of those like, I think it's when they embrace it and they embrace the hype train, like you're saying. I think that's when they start growing crazy big.
But I mean, how old are they, Ed? This is 2019. How old are they? Even with the internet for over 30 seconds. What do you have, dial up here?
Do you want to see what I'm looking at?
Ooh, that's a very pretty picture of the snow.
Yeah.
The snow. That all being said,
That's the homepage. There's nothing on the homepage for Treehouse.
Dude, you don't just Google how old is Treehouse?
No, I wanted to
How
go
old
to
are you?
their. Hey, look, they sell Tikus for $10.
brewery. That's not even when they're 2011.
Found it.
You're welcome. Thanks, Wikipedia. Who knows if it's fucking legit or not? But yeah, 2011, Nate. So
Yep.
Yeah, their website is.
Ed, you still fucking suck at that.
A lot of
they've been at it
breweries
for
suck
8
at
years.
running the website.
They've been at it for 8 years, and that means they started building that facility that Jake went to in like 3 years ago, probably 2 years ago.
yeah,
Planning,
2016,
right?
yeah.
You know, planning is probably 3 or 4 years ago, whatever. Dude, I mean, what the fuck? I just don't understand.
people like it. What are you gonna do? What are you going to do?
I think that they're in a place up there that just, I don't know. It's just wild. It's just, I think they've got the right. I think they got the right logo. I think they've got the right idea with all the cans. Julius, Haze, Green. I mean, these are great names, with great beers in them. But whatever.
Nope. I mean,
That's it.
I agree.
That's it.
No, I'm
That's
with
it.
you. I'm with you. I think it's
That's it. Give me your glasses. I'll pour this last one up.
let's do that. That being said, second chance. We'll see. I mean, if they sell it, who
Second
knows?
chance. We'll see if I give a first chance.
Who
that's a good one.
effing knows? So the next thing that I want to talk about for national news was AB-Inbev inquires a new, not necessarily craft beer,
Craft spirits?
like craft spirits actually. So Cutwater Spirits, who, for history's sake, the I want to say one of the co-owners, founders of Ballast Point when
Yes.
they actually got bought out from Anheuser-Busch.
Dang.
Or no, they got bought out by
He sold another one?
no. So he sold out to God, what was I can't remember the name of that fucking.
I have the article up. You want me to read?
Yeah, read what it says.
Okay. Founded by former Ballast Point Brewing executives Yusuf Cherney, Earl Knight, and Jim Bulicher, along with investment from Ballast Point founder Jack White.
Yes.
Cutwater operates a sprawling 50,000 square foot distillery, tasting room, and kitchen in San Diego's Miramar neighborhood, which is home to numerous craft breweries, including Ballast Point.
So weird. It didn't really answer what I was talking about. So Ballast Point got bought out by somebody else. It wasn't Anheuser-Busch. Ballast Point got bought by somebody else, and then yes, one of the founders there. When they left, he actually the only reason that he really wanted to take, he said was he wanted to take the liquors with the liquor with him, right? He wanted to take the spirits here, and that's a top pour. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're all mixed. They're all mixed pours on this can.
Constellation brand. bought
Constellation, that's what
Ballast
it was.
It's going to smell like beer in here when we're done.
But
Do you want to guess how much?
It was over $1 billion.
That's right. They
For $1 billion.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's how much they sold Ballast for? Is
Right.
$1 billion?
So we went to Ballast Point
Not
forever
worth
ago.
it. Bad buy.
Dude, they did it smart. But anyways, so we went to Ballast Point forever ago. When we were there, we actually got the brewery tour, and they actually had a little section that they were doing like spirits. They're actually doing distilling spirits there, which was kind of cool. So when they sold it, he one of the founders, he took it with him and helped basically they turned this in Cutwater Spirits, what they did. So then at this point, now they bought out Cutwater Spirits, so it's just a really weird like I was saying, like it wasn't friggin' Constellation, but it was Anheuser-Busch now, and they bought another. So basically, two different companies that he's been with spirits and beer have sold out to bigger brands at this point. So, I don't know. It was kind of cool. They were doing these pre-mixed cans of like Moscow Mules.
Yeah,
and
that's what
Bloody
this
Mary
is.
mix and stuff.
The company manufactures 14 different ready-to-drink canned cocktails.
Right. So super cool. I mean, and I've had them before. They're actually, I wouldn't say they were amazing, but some of them were really good. I like the friggin', it was like a vodka mule, I think it was what it was.
They have like the
It was really-
mules, and they had a Bloody Mary. I think they had like a gin and tonic. I followed somebody on, which is kind of odd because I followed somebody on Instagram who was like a rep or a local beer person or whatever. And then all of a sudden they like stopped posting about Cutwater. So I wonder if this has been in the works for a while, which it probably has because it's probably a shitload of money that's being handed over. But what's going to happen to Limeritas?
Oh no.
Strawberritas?
Strawberrita, they're going to this is the new
Or
way.
Strawberrita going to go to Cutwater?
Oh no. Cutwater has their own Strawberita mix.
Yeah.
I'll say this. They had, it was like a really spicy Bloody Mary pre-mixed can. That was actually pretty good too. So sad. Evidently, Anheuser-Busch is moving to, I'm guessing to get the, wow. That's always a good face that he just gave me. Jesus. They're acquiring, they always said that, craft beer wasn't the enemy. Beer wasn't the enemy. That the, wine and spirits, that's where it's at. So now they're going to go after those guys. Also, which, I don't know if we've talked about this at all. I'm sure you guys have seen it because one was on the Super Bowl, and two, they fucking play it all the time now on fucking Netflix and shit. But their goddamn corn syrup commercials are driving me fucking nuts.
Oh, are they still beating that horse?
Dude, I watching Netflix today or whatever, and well, not Netflix, Hulu or what?
So you get Netflix. What cheap ass Netflix do you have that you
Hulu
get commercials?
So watching Hulu, and they had commercials, and it was God, so many. It was like 5 commercials, and 3 of them were the same fucking commercial about this isn't our corn syrup. It must be Miller Lights. No, it's not ours. Try Coors. And you're like, oh my God, fuck off. We don't care. All 3 of you suck no matter what it is you make your beer with.
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus.
Fucking, okay, your rice water is awesome.
Yeah, we make it with rice. Like, fuck you. It's still awful. Doesn't make a difference. Who cares if it's my corn syrup? It's still awful.
I love the backlash they're getting from the farmers, though.
Well, the best part of all of it, too, is doesn't they own all 3 of them?
Yeah.
Well, it's like, so why the fuck are you fucking making fun of your fucking selves? Like you're
I don't
Yeah,
know.
if you but if you force your crowd into buying just one of your 3, you can talk shit about the other one as long as the other one they take the other one.
I guess it fucking perpetuates the illusion of choice kind of thing. Right?
Exactly.
So,
Boob, can we please talk about this beer?
Nate's making faces.
I'm making bitter beer face for like the last 30 minutes.
talk about old school beer commercials there.
P.S. Ed, I used the hand towel from your bathroom, the one that people dry their
To
hands
sop
with.
up the.
Well, that's fine. I wouldn't touch those hand towels, but
What does that mean?
there's an 18-year-old that lives here.
So he's married. What's the problem here?
All right. Well,
Anyway,
keep
listen.
Going. Keep going.
Listen, dude, this beer is called Scaled Way Up. First of all, I love that name.
It's a good name. Who's this beer from?
Trillium Brewing. I'm sure he just got this at the Quick to Go location there in downtown Boston. You know what? All these beers taste a lot like tonight. They taste a lot
Disappointment.
like cat piss.
Oh Jesus!
He hasn't used that one in a while.
What was the hop that has that right? Is it?
Oh, there's some. I mean, that's not a completely unnormal. That's not a completely abnormal thing to think of. But I don't know. This beer made me go, ugh.
Yeah, I thought somebody dropped a joint in it.
It doesn't even taste like. Well, that's the thing is like
I'm not gonna finish it.
I like super dinky beers.
It's almost got heat on it. What the fuck?
Yeah, this is not good at all. What the dude? This has been a very disappointing night of.
I didn't even want to do this show. This is too late to do a show on a weeknight.
No lies.
It's too late.
This was all Date's idea.
It is. It was all my idea, so we get this show on the road, so we could drink these beers. And I was like, we got to do this. And my wife's like, you're still gonna do the show tonight? It's real late. And I was like, got to do it. Got to drink these beers, dude. These beers have not been worth getting out of the house for.
This is 0 for 4.
There's better stuff in my refrigerator right now still.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
I still have a hot chowder.
You know what? Do you have a bottle of water in there? That's what I want right now.
There's a pitcher of water in front of you.
Yeah.
I'm going to finish this on principle.
I'm not going to finish this beer. I mean, it's fine. It's good. I really hope our buddy doesn't listen to this because you know what?
It's not his fault. He didn't
exactly.
fucking make it.
I appreciate his footwork in getting all this stuff and doing that. And you know, I know he had his own benefits, but these beers weren't wasted. It's just like, man, we needed every last drop of them got drank. I just it's like we're doing a beer show, so I got to be a little I got to be me. But
yeah, no, I'm right there
Scaled
with you.
Way Up is fucking the disappointment scaled way up.
Dude, it's funny. I thought I was hoping that the treehouse line was just good and it was okay, it wasn't great, and that this would be like the standout. Like, oh, this was amazing. Nope, this one.
How does it have heat on it? Is that hot burn?
I don't know what it is. It's something weird.
How does it have heat on it?
Yeah, don't like this. And which is funny because you got Trillium last time you were there. We
had some great Trillium.
I've had Trillium.
We've had some
Congress,
great Trillium.
Congress Street was fucking amazing.
Yep,
all the streets ones are good. This one just not.
We've had some great Trillium.
Can I see that can?
Yep.
Yeah, hold on.
I don't know why I just said yep like it's in my fucking hand.
It's not even in your hand. It's just a double IPA. I thought maybe like a bread or something or some like weird, but no, it's just double. So I don't know.
You know what? I actually, while we're doing the show,
so hold on. I'm
gonna look up. I'm just gonna look see what's inside of that. Cause there's heat on it.
You look it up. That being said,
look it up.
So the thing that we've been trying to make sure we do for these episodes is our standout beers of the week.
Yes, that was a thing I started.
They did start that. And then we did it like twice, and then we forgot, and we never did it ever again.
This beer is rated 4.6 out of 479 reviews on Beer Advocate. Super high.
Wow.
Scaled Way Up features heavy doses of Galaxy, Mosaic, Nelson Sauvignon, and multiple dry hops.
They said Nelson.
Straddling the aromatic line between dank, earthy, and sweet fruity. The flavor profile is jammy and fruit forward, consistent of candied peach, orange notes, and has powerful sticky resin in palate. Light in body with a bold bitterness up front. Crisp, bone dry finish.
Listen, never don't put anything in front of Nate because he'll just read whatever you put in front of him.
Fuck you, San Diego.
Jesus.
Fuck, man. I read this shit. Well, I want to read this to our listeners because, yeah, it might be hard to listen to. Whatever.
It's just funny. Like
maybe the peaches were rotten.
Maybe the cans just got warm, or they got altitude, and maybe they just sat for a couple days and before they hit a fridge again, and because you read that sounds incredible.
There's an old Super Bowl Miller Lite can that hasn't been opened on the shelf. You want to pop that puppy?
No, I'll say this: the Nelson Sauvignon or whatever. That one usually is one of the ones that
will give you the PP.
That one I'm not super big fan of. I think that one in Cashmere, I think is the other one I'm not a huge fan of.
Yeah, we were talking about that beer and we looked up like the flavor profile of the hops and we're like, oh, this is why we don't like it.
It's hot burn, by the way. I'm all hot.
Nate's just fucking burned in general. That and salty. All right, so back to standout beer of the week. Nate, do you have one? Do you have a stand? None of these. I'm sure it's not these beers.
None of these beers.
Yeah, what is a beer that you've had since the last show we recorded where you were like, this is the one. This is the one I like a lot this week.
Gosh.
Do you have one? We'll come back to you.
Come back to me.
All right.
Hang on a
Ed?
second.
Since the last show, I'm gonna go back to Strong Beer Fest.
Okay.
Because I actually went and had it
Multiple times.
the week
Oh, yeah, I
after.
got one.
The Secret Level Stout.
Oh, yeah.
It was a collab between 8-Bit Aleworks and the Casual Pint in Central Phoenix.
Which is what you said. You didn't realize it was a collab, right?
Yeah, I didn't know it was a collab.
I didn't realize that was either.
I did not know.
They might have told us when we were interviewing Christine, but I didn't.
Probably, but
Yeah.
we were probably dumbfounded by that beer.
Yeah.
But it tasted like a chocolate banana, like
Split?
split or like a malt, like a chocolate malt with banana in it. And apparently, the banana flavor was all from the yeast.
Really?
There was no bananas
That's
in
very
that beer.
cool.
Wow, that's
So-
awesome.
You respect that when they do that.
Yeah.
So Ryan's a mad genius. We'll say that.
So
Maybe.
we tried it first at Strong Beer Fest, and then I saw that they had it on tap at the Casual Pint in Central Phoenix. Went down there, had it again. So yeah, that one really stood out.
Love it. Nate?
Yeah.
Did you forget?
American Beauty is American Beauty from
Dogfish?
Dogfish.
Oh, okay.
Out in 16-ounce bottle, 6-packs.
Wow.
now.
Well, it used to be in a fucking like giant bottle before, and it was like
One big
$24.
bottle, rare to get. Now it's just like now I think they're doing it like all the time seasonal, like they
Okay.
do with the Burton Baton and all that.
Love that one.
Yeah, so that I bought a 6-pack of that a week ago, and I've been enjoying like one of those a night. I
Very
love
nice.
that beer. Good American Pale Ale.
Jesus.
Real Pale Ale.
So the beer that my standout beer is not Wipeout, Ed. It's called Wave Pool.
Wave Pool.
I kept calling it Wipeout for like 2 weeks. I tried to talk to Ed about it.
That's
Actually,
the collab with Wren House and
Pizza Port.
Pizza Port.
Port.
Pizza Port. So they actually, it's kind of it was weird as a dual collab because I think Wren House went to Pizza Port and they actually
and then they
brewed.
came back and did one.
Right, they brewed a lager, a Mexican lager, and then they came back and they brewed an IPA. So,
Yeah, it's the
The
same
West
name.
Coast, right?
It's
a
the
West
same
Coast
name.
IPA you like?
yeah, I think it was West Coast. I'll pull up the
Beer of the week.
the link. Well, it was
Be
an
Ed.
IPA.
Don't be an Ed.
I'm not sure what they actually.
No, they did two different versions of
No,
Wave
New
Pool.
England. It was a
Oh,
New
it is
England IPA.
England,
Yep.
isn't it?
Yeah, so Wave Pool was the first Wave Pool was a Mexican lager.
Yes.
And they're actually somebody checked in. Somebody checked under Wren House's the fucking Mexican lager, which makes me laugh because it's
Thank you. I was like, yo, look at this photo of this beer. I was like, this is not a fucking New England IPA.
my thought is they literally just saw Wave
I
Pool
just
and
took
they,
over his laptop.
whatever the first one they saw what they checked it in. I loved it. I thought it was a really fucking good beer, man. Actually,
Good.
Ed gave me a can of it. I wish I would have got more of it. I went
Thanks
to
a lot, bitch.
Wandering Tortoise. They
You're
had
a
fucking-
member. Get your own cans.
I know.
They had
I must love that I keep forgetting to order cans.
they had cans at Wandering Tortoise, so I picked up a 4-pack of those. It was awesome. And then I was actually at Beer World by my house, and they actually had the Pizza Port Mexican lager, so I picked up one of those just to try to see
Nice.
both sides of the coin. I definitely squeezed some lime juice into it and put some salt all over the
That
rim,
sounds tasty.
the rim job. You know what I'm saying?
Tasty. Get it.
It was actually pretty good though. That was actually
good.
not horrible. So
Good. Well, that sounds good. Let's finish this show
So,
up.
both standouts. There you go. Either one. Just don't check in the fucking wrong beer to Wren House's.
Yeah, you don't put
do
don't put the lager under the IPA. It really confuses people.
I'll just do a bonus one. All the Jester King stuff that the Wandering Tortoise had, like the fact that they even had that stuff
Right.
was insane. Like,
Pretty amazing. Cool. All right, Nate. Where can people find us on fucking social media, interwebs?
Please come find us at Hoppy Craftsmen on Instagram, at Hoppy Craftsmen on Facebook.com. You can also find us at hoppycraftsmen.
.beer.
That'd be
No, that's a different website.
Oh, don't go there.
Yeah, fuckers. All right, enjoy it.
Good fuckers. That being said, we're also on Twitter, Nate. We always forget.
At Hoppy Craftsmen.
Yeah.
Guess what? It's at Hoppy Craftsmen everywhere. That's the name.
It's
That's
really
where
hard.
you can find us.
Yeah, we're on social medias. You guys go check us out.
Check it out. We're pretty cool like that.
Check her out. Ed, who the rest fucking people in the world?
Our Patreon supporters, which I don't have prepared. I'm not good at this yet. I'm the new guy.
It's true. That's why we hazed him earlier.
P.S. If we're gonna let me just cut you off. If we're gonna keep doing Patreon supporters, I know we're what show is this? 60, 61, you said
60.
we don't, something like
60.
that?
I think this will be
60-ish?
episode 60.
If we don't know how a person pronounces their name, we need to start having them pronounce it.
Well, you can go meet them? Like,
They could send us a little audio clip. They could do one of those things where they write it like phonetically, like my last name's like Beehive, but I spell it like a fucking asshole. They could just write Beehive. You know what I mean? That we need to start having them really like make sure we know how to spell their last name. And
why
say
it's more
it.
fun to mispronounce them.
Every time.
I will say this. He said it was
That's
okay.
a good idea. That's a good idea.
First, he
do
said
what
it-
you do it.
he said
he
it was-
knows who I'm talking about. And
First,
Chris knows who I'm talking about. I feel bad.
He said it was okay. 2, talking to Jessica about it, she actually said that
Add
he
pronounce.
thought it was hilarious and that we should keep doing it.
Add pronounce.
So,
No.
Okay, we're putting Paul's last name into Google and we're adding pronounce.
I mean, you can, but I will also just edit all this
Oh,
out.
here we go.
I'm not clicking that listen now button. That doesn't seem like it's real.
There's no way to pronounce it.
Not look like a legit listen
Frigioli.
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 Or maybe it's Frigioli.
Friggy. Go ahead and just say people's names, Ed.
Our Patreon supporters, thanks, Nate. Zach Dominguez, Jessica Langley, Paul Frigioli,
Frigioli.
hashtag Paul Gelato. Let it go, Nate.
Frigioli.
The Indie Beer Show,
You can't cut all those.
Cena Gomez, Rob Fulmer, and Mark Ballesteros.
Frigioli.
Also, this stuff is expensive. I should know. I'm the new guy. I'd buy a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
And
Did you get a mic yet?
no, I can't decide which one I want.
Jesus.
That is the hard part.
Chris told me not to get the shitty mic that you have, so.
I did say that.
Yeah, send him for the one he has.
No, I said don't get my shitty mic because my words.
Now I feel bad.
Yeah. Thanks, Nate. Eat a dick. Anyways, yes, it's expensive. Please go support us on our patron site. Join one of our tiers. We have some cool stuff up in there.
And if you think to yourself, wow, I don't want to give them any money, you know what would be really dope? If you just went to iTunes.com and gave us a legit review. That's worth a lot of money.
Give us 5 stars. I think for this
We'd
episode,
give you $5 for that.
give Chris
Don't
give
quote
3
me.
Chris 3 stars, Nate half a star, and me a star and a half.
There you
Equals
go.
5.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
in.
5 stars.
I'm okay with that.
All right, I think it's 5 and a half, though. He'll do his math again later, and we'll get back to you guys.
All right, guys. Well, if you want to be a patron supporter, go to patreon.com/Hoppy Craftsmen. Please do it. Please leave us a review.
Please love us.
We love you. Love us.
I'm Nate.
I'm Chris.
I'm Ed.
Later, guys.